wanted to see how many people have availed of our marketing bundle, or better yet, maybe it would be easier to ask, how many people have not availed of our marketing bundle or reseller website, primarily the marketing materials, because that's what we're going to be going over, and I need to see how many people I need to bring up to date on it. So if you give me a strong shout out so I can kind of gauge our directions, because if you haven't purchased them before, you're probably not going to know a lot of what we're talking about, so I'll see if I need to give a quick overview to people that have not. Okay, give a strong shout out. Okay, a lot of people coming through that have not. Keep shouting out if you haven't. Keep shouting out if you haven't purchased them. You're on the line. Need you to give a shout out. Let us know. Okay. All right, good. It's a good pulse check. All right, so I dropped two things in the public chat, and then for all the people that are more veterans on the line that have already purchased these, you're going to know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to give 2 links out in the public chat, and this is just so that everyone knows what we're going over. That's a landing page on our VIP website offer, and that's a marketing materials offer. The marketing materials that we're going to be talking about, this is the marketing materials landing page. So if you guys don't have it, you need to know what we're going over. We have marketing materials for the SEO, local buzz, web design, social media, PPC, and we even came out with the general company video. And if you don't know what those are, during the webinar, if you want to click around while you're listening, you can go onto the landing page on marketing materials, and you can scroll down to a section on here that you can click to preview all these different videos and even check out the infographics for download. And we have our new one for the company overview video coming up. So stay tuned on that. Towards the end of the webinar, for the people that don't have it, I'm going to go back over what the marketing materials are, what's involved with them, what they all consist of, so that you understand the details of the marketing materials. And I'll give an overview again to our reseller website. The objective of this webinar is to go over how to utilize marketing materials in general. So I want to dive into that, especially for the people that already have these or already have their own marketing materials set up. But if you don't have marketing materials, if you don't have enterprise marketing materials, if you don't have an enterprise level website, then stay tuned to the very end, and I'll go through the full details of what's included and all of that. But for now, if you want to scroll through these, I gave the landing pages to both of those for you to be looking at. I do want to give one cool announcement on what's coming up on our marketing materials release, which is a YouTube video I just put out there. And our newest media marketing release that we're doing is for a video infographic, newsletter, PowerPoint to explain your company as a whole, and to explain how you who you are as a company and all of the services that you offer and how they're all intertwined. And we're putting more effort into that video than we've ever put into any video. And I gave a sneak peek to everyone in the chat in there. It doesn't have sound effects or anything. It's a raw voice, and we're getting there. It actually cuts off at 5 minutes because we're not done. It's going to be another 3 minutes long. Check that out. It's really good. All right, so let me go ahead and pull on the line here Danny D. Danny, are you there?
I am, Paul. Thank you.
Hey, Danny. So welcome to everyone on Valentine's Day to go over marketing materials. Danny has been a partner of ours offering marketing and design services for years now. And he's had a lot of success with the marketing materials that he utilizes from us, and he has a lot of unique insight to how he utilizes those marketing materials. And one of the reasons why I asked Danny D to come on the line was because he also has a sales team, a very good sales team, and he trains a sales team with these marketing materials. He's very creative with how he utilizes them, and he also utilizes our VIP reseller website. And Danny's like a mastermind around this stuff. So everyone, grab your popcorn, grab your soda, because Danny D is going to take you to town on Valentine's Day. Isn't that right, Danny? Danny, do you mind? You don't have to give much details about your company because this is an anonymous portal pretty much, but if you want to give kind of a background to, I guess, just yourself and how you got into marketing and,
Yeah, we,
kind of a background.
We started this company, I guess it's probably been about 5 years ago. We've grown rapidly. We extended starting from being just by ourselves, myself and my business partner, all the way to where we have several sales reps today, and it's been an enormous growth, and that's pretty much about all the background I probably can give. But
so, some targeted questions, Danny. What do you sell? Do you sell SEO, social media, web design, PPC, ORM, local buzz, web design? Do you sell any of those services that we offer?
We sell all of those services, but
Wow,
we
that
focus on
that seems complicated,
SEO.
huh?
Well, we focus on SEO. Our belief is that SEO is the foundation of all internet marketing, and on the backside of that, all those other services, whether it be social media, PPC, local buzz, those types of things are bolt-on, add-on items, or a la carte, if you will.
Okay, so everyone knows the main background that you need to know about Danny is that he offers all the services. He's got a sales team, and we're going to get into how to utilize these marketing materials. So the marketing materials that we have available to you, and if you don't have them, you need to have your own marketing materials, as any company needs to have. And one of the things that a lot of companies miss is the core marketing materials and the marketing collateral to put out there. Yeah, you can go run an SEO campaign for yourself. You can go run a social media campaign for yourself. But do you have the raw materials? Now, every big company that's out there has a team that does nothing but put together the marketing materials. They put together their videos. They put together their graphics. They put together their billboards. They put together all of their raw marketing materials, and they dump a tremendous amount of money into this. Typically, the amount that it costs to distribute it, and distribution is more viewed towards SEO and social media and stuff, but those core marketing materials are typically extremely expensive, and they go through testing and testing and testing. And those are in the format in the online marketing, digital marketing age, as you being a digital marketing agency and design agency, are in what formats? Videos, infographics, PowerPoints, newsletters, and blog articles, right? So there's a lot that you can do with what we have out there for you. But the question that what I've realized is even the people that buy the enterprise level marketing materials that we offer, which is extremely affordable, there's a gap between purchasing them, posting them online, and then not getting them to go and get the leads for you. And as I was talking to Danny doesn't just post this stuff online. Danny makes this stuff work. Danny puts this stuff in motion, and he makes leads come to him as a result of his strategies on how he utilizes these. And that's what bigger companies do. When they get their marketing materials together, they don't just let it sit there in one place. If it doesn't have traction, they push it. So the primary marketing materials that are offered, what are you going to do with them? You're going to brand them. You're going to put calls to action on them if you want to. You don't have to, but you can. But in regards to the videos, Danny, why don't you talk to me a little bit about what you do with the videos? Because with the marketing bundle, you have a video on every service that we have. You're about ready to have the general company video, and I've seen Danny's video stats, and I know you're getting a lot of traffic off these videos. What do you do with these videos? And can you talk to me a little bit about how to utilize them? One, in your own marketing. Two, with your sales team. And some of the reactions that you've had to him before, because you told me a great story about actually a reaction from your wife as well, which I thought was classic.
Yeah, well, I'll share that part first. My wife has no idea what I do. She has no idea what internet marketing is. She's not on Facebook. She is probably computer illiterate. And the other day, I guess it's been a while now, but I shared that video with her. I said, hey, let's take a look at this. Tell me what you think of this video. It's a pretty good video. And her exact reaction was, oh, wow, I now understand what you do. So that was an eye-opener for me. What we do with the videos is we use them in every piece of interaction that we do. So the first interaction that we do is we're obviously pushing the videos. So we use our social media efforts to push that message out with videos. So we'll post it to Facebook, we'll post it to LinkedIn. My sales reps will post videos on LinkedIn for themselves and get responses from people. That's the first step.
So you're not just putting it in YouTube, you're actually posting it in your...
Yeah, so we post to different accounts, whether it be Facebook, YouTube. Our individual reps will take those videos and post them to LinkedIn and places like that. We do post them. We use YouTube as the place where that's at. So when you share something on Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever you're going to post, and whatever forum you're going to post that YouTube link.
Okay, Sandra's saying you can post videos to LinkedIn. Are you putting the YouTube link in there, or are you actually posting them in LinkedIn?
It's the YouTube link.
Okay, it's the YouTube link. What's the most successful thing that you've ever done with the video? If there's just one thing that you did with it, what was the most successful thing that you ever did with the videos in terms of the marketing channel?
Just killing it on LinkedIn.
Really?
LinkedIn is very, very powerful. Just, it's not all about your followers. There's two sides of LinkedIn. There's obviously a business page and a personal page. The personal page is probably more powerful from this aspect because LinkedIn is very interesting on how people will come back to you and just engage you. So if you're looking for that engagement from somebody or to get people to contact you, I believe posting it on LinkedIn, obviously with some verbiage around it, not just a video. Hey, contact me today. Maybe a little call to action in your words. You'll get that interaction. I have a rep that got 6 leads yesterday after posting a video.
6 leads yesterday after posting the video to where?
To LinkedIn.
To LinkedIn. To LinkedIn. Yeah, so that's powerful. Of course, you need a bit of a LinkedIn presence, but that's one of the benefits of having a small sales team. If these guys already have a network in place, they can push this out to LinkedIn. So with the videos, yeah, you can put them in YouTube. YouTube does get traffic. And JD, I think, or Danny, whenever you put in your videos into your YouTube and you've distributed them out, you've got quite a bit of views on those. Were most of those off of coming from LinkedIn, or also, I think you said you were able to hit up your chamber and also send out, I don't know, do you do an email blast on them?
We did some chamber stuff where we purchased email blast and some stuff like that. Anytime if you look at the analytics on it, it's usually from another source. So it's from it's from LinkedIn or Facebook or an email blast. Most of it's not on YouTube specifically. We get a little bit of traffic there, but that's probably more from our YouTube channel, not necessarily from people going.
So I think the biggest thing to be learned here, yeah, if you're going to put them in YouTube, optimize them, put them in the right category, put a link to your website in there, right? And you can use that embed code. The link is powerful because you can put it in your other social media accounts. But I think one of the most important things to talk about here, or for you all to take away from here, is that you don't just put it in YouTube. You put it in YouTube because it gives you a place for people to view it. But if you're taking these videos and just putting them in YouTube and just leaving them there, there's probably not much that's going to happen. It's what you do with that YouTube link and where you put it and where you send it out to. You have to activate it, and that's really what's been missing from a lot of people's psychology in terms of what they need to do to make these videos work for them. So you have to activate them. You have to get them out there. So yeah, the videos, and then there's a video blog. Yeah, there's a blog article that comes along with each of the different categories. So the entire media package comes with a pre-written blog article about that video and why. That's so that you can put it on your website. JD, I think you've experimented before about putting videos on your website.
We have every one of those videos on our website.
Every one of them. And is there any reason why you put the videos on your website? A lot of people that have availed of the marketing bundle, a lot of them don't put them on their website, even though there is a blog article so that you're supposed to take the video, take the blog article, embed the video in your blog, and I have instructions for everyone later on how to do all of this. But what's the point of really putting it on the website?
So we actually have it on our services page. So it's not really in a blog format for us. It's more on the services page because I don't think a lot of people like to read. And I can tell you that we get a lot of people clicking through our website, and we get a lot of views from you. I mean, on our YouTube statistics, we can see from the embed views that we're getting a lot from our website. So the reality is it in the right place? It's on. A hodgepodge of videos. It's in the right place.
Awesome. So, yeah, the videos, you don't just put them in YouTube, you also put them on your website so that whenever people go to check you out and they drill down into you, you got them on your website as well. The videos are really, really powerful. So they're embedded in a blog post, and I've got a question coming in here. And by the way, Danny, I made it to where you can see these questions coming through. Tyler gave a shout out and said, my SEO video ranks on the first page in my city for SEO, which is a really big deal. It means the video out of the media bundle that we sell ranks on the first page for him. Tyler, if you don't mind responding to that, did you do anything unique to that video? Did you optimize that video, or did you literally just take that video, put it on YouTube, and the thing ranks on first page in your city? And does it rank on the first page for a decent keyword? You don't tell me what keyword it is, but so we'll see about that. So one of the questions is, can a video rank on the first page that you buy, put out there? Absolutely, it can, really, and it can help you out and bring you a lot of leads as well. So putting videos in Facebook. Danny, do you have, can you talk a little bit about putting them in Facebook? I mean, Facebook personal page, Facebook business page, just your Facebook, other people's Facebook in your company? How do you guys handle that?
I think the best practice that we have is we try to put it on our business page, but then as a rep or myself, if you go and actually share it, it's kind of twofold. You're using the social signal, right? So you're sharing it, and then obviously at that point you're sharing it with your friends and whoever you're connected with. And then if you're a sales rep, if you have people in your organization that share that video from that page, you know, it says something like, hey, Danny just shared this video from this company. So most people that I'm connected with on Facebook from a personal standpoint know that that's my company, but maybe not everybody. And maybe they have the opportunity to share it for me also. So we try to, from the Facebook standpoint, we try to leave it on our business page, but then share it individually.
Okay, and Tyler spoke up and said he did some basic on-page SEO. So Tyler, I guess this isn't just ranking from YouTube; it's actually ranking on your site. Correct? Is that correct? You're not ranking the YouTube video; you're ranking the page on your website for that video, which is pretty impressive. Took a month or two for it to appear on the first page. Well, that's really impressive. So Tyler was able to take the videos, put them directly on his website, do a little bit of on-page only, and within about 2 months, he said, they were ranking on the first page. That's legit, yeah. All right, so yeah, whenever you put them on Facebook, you want to put a good description in it and make sure if you have anyone else in your company that they can put that out as well. Business page is preferable, definitely. And then what about videos in Google+? Danny, you put them in Google+, do you, or you guys mainly just focus on Facebook?
Absolutely, put them in Google+. Same methodology as Facebook.
Awesome. So in Google+, if people do not know, it's mainly just putting the YouTube link there, right? You don't have to actually upload the video to Google+, right?
Well, and the other thing, Paul, is if you do a social media package or like a Google Dominator or whatever, any videos that are created are automatically put to that Google Plus page.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So do you get leads off of the Google Plus much, or is it mainly just because it just rounds out your social media effort on it?
You know, I think it comes down to the way that people are actually using it. I can't say we don't, and I can't say that we do. I just know that it really depends on the sales rep and myself and where we're focused at. I probably need to be a better Google Plus guy than I am today, but Facebook, LinkedIn, all of those places, they all drive traffic. So it's definitely getting viewed there.
Yeah, and I want to point out to people that you can, if you're in Google Groups, you can post this in relevant Google Groups. You can include the thumbnail, which helps quite a bit, and get it out there inside of your Google Plus. That's really important. So especially if you're inside of Google Groups, you can post it inside of a Google Group, and especially if you're in groups in your local community, that's going to help a lot as well. Videos in Twitter. Danny, I know you do quite a bit of tweeting. I'm sure you probably, tweeting is probably one of the main things that you're going to be doing as soon as you get that video in YouTube, probably, huh?
Yeah, it goes. We definitely tweet that stuff out. My reps tweet it out. You know, it's funny because when you're still using the link from YouTube, so when you're tweeting it out, it's the same video, right? So it's not like we're copying this video. It's, you know, a rep can tweet it out, a rep can share it in an email, a rep can do whatever. I tweeted it. I tend to tweet those things out about once every couple months. You know, I'll throw the SEO one back out there again on a tweet, maybe 2 months after I did it, and just to kind of spark it back up again.
Yeah, that's a really good point. If you have really good marketing materials, you can keep bringing them up in your social media. You don't want to bring them up every single week, but definitely every other month or so. Yeah, you can tweet out about it. No problem there. And you need to keep continuing to do that, because if you've got really good marketing materials, people just see whenever it comes through, especially if it's on Twitter. So yeah, if you got an active Twitter, which you should have, especially in a local community. If you're marketing towards people in your own city to try to get clients underneath you, then yeah, you need to be tweeting these out. So video share, yeah, you can ask your friends and colleagues to share them and encourage them to share all these out like you would with anything else. Putting them on your email signature, I think this is really powerful, because if you've got sales reps, if you're just emailing anyone, take the best of the videos and put them in your email signature. And I've actually had a couple of emails, people asking me how I put the video in my email signature. And I actually don't have the video in my email signature. What I do is I take a thumbnail image of the video. I just take literally an image of the video, and I can put an image in my Gmail email signature, and then I put a link below it that says click to view. So a lot of people have asked me before in email, hey, how did you get a video embedded in your email signature? And I say, I didn't embed it. I literally took an image of it, put an image there, then I put a link next to it that says click to view. Yeah, Steve, speaking of, he's one of the ones that asked me that. He said, I did that on mine, and it looks great. Putting the videos in your email signature is a very, very good thing to be able to do, especially this new general company video that we're coming out with that'll be released next week. Very, very big deal. So if you don't have them in your email signature, you should have them. So,
hey, Paul,
yeah.
So along that lines, I actually have a client, obviously nothing to do with SEO, but I have a client that has a company corporate video, and we had them do that, and it looks so professional, and they have gotten so many comments just about that, and obviously plenty of views, but it's very, very, very important.
Yeah, and can I get a shout out from everyone? How many of you do, just respond in the questions box, if you do have a video in your email signature? How many of you have that? Give a shout out. Let's take a quick poll on that. Everyone's saying no. Never heard of it. Okay, pretty much nobody has it. So yeah, if you can, do it. Really, really do it. I mean, whenever you've got email communication going back and forth, and especially whenever you're trying to track down leads, they'll watch that video. So yeah, put the YouTube channel link in your email signature, put the YouTube video link in your email signature. All emails you send out can drive visits to your YouTube channel. You can be driving traffic to your YouTube channel over time. Again, these marketing materials are not just going to knock it down overnight, but if you align your email signatures and tweeting out about those videos, putting them on your Google Plus to let your network know about them, putting them on your Facebook and revisiting that channel once every 2 or 3 months and making sure that it's always on your email signature, over time, you're going to get people that go to your YouTube video. And what's your YouTube video a part of? Your YouTube channel. And can people subscribe to you on your YouTube channel? Absolutely, they can. Can they leave you comments? Absolutely, they can. It's about creating your own marketing ecosystem with people that are paying attention to you. And to start that out with, you need absolutely phenomenal marketing materials, which is what we provide. But if you're not taking the steps to build that ecosystem, it's not going to do a whole lot for you, which is why we're on this webinar. So videos and email correspondence, we talked about this. If you for instance, if you're pitching SEO services to someone, you might as well always include that video in the email that you're sending out. And this really gets into a little bit about sales training as well. These videos are there for what? They're for, yes, your own branding that's out there. They're also to make sure that your clients respect your marketing presence online and look at you as more of an enterprise level company because of the level of your marketing materials. But they're also to help you close the sale on the client, answer any client questions, and they're designed with the psychology to get clients over any hurdles that they would have of availing of that service. But Danny, you use the videos to train your sales team. Can you talk a little bit about how the videos are more than just something for the client and how you actually train your sales team with them?
I sure can. I believe, well, we believe that the entire process has to have the same message all the way through. So when you're talking to a client, and there's different ways that the client's going to be touched. First of all, we want a potential client to see the video, and that's the first and foremost thing that we want to get across. Now, there's different ways that can happen, but let's just kind of take an example. If I have a sales rep that's talking to a potential client on the phone, and maybe the conversation ends with, "Hey, that sounds great," or "Yeah, I will meet you maybe next week, Tuesday." The conversation is going to end with, "Great, I'm going to send you an email with some information. Please take 5 minutes to watch this video. I'm also going to attach, I know we're going to talk about the the other sales documentation, but we will also attach that to that email. Once the rep goes and talks to the client, so say Tuesday is now here, it is the rep's obligation to speak the exact. They have to know these videos by heart, and it's not that they have to verbatim the video. They have to be in alignment with what they're saying. So a lot of times what happens in this world, everybody wants to talk about link building and blah, 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 and you know what, that just confuses people. So the reality is, the first question that we always ask when we walk into a meeting is, have you watched our video yet? And if the answer is yes, we'll assume it was yes. Great. Now we're going to start talking on needs analysis, and you know, you're going to get objections all the time. Hey, I did SEO before. It didn't work. And the response that our reps are required to answer is, you will get results from our SEO services because, and it's verbatim from that video. It's just like telling your 2-year-old to tie a shoe 4 times. You know,
yeah,
you have to say it. Go ahead.
I think, Danny, a point I want to drive before you go any further is that you make sure that before your sales reps get in that meeting that they know if the client has watched the video, which
Correct.
means that if you're pitching them design, you've sent them a design video already. If you're pitching them SEO, you've sent them the SEO video. If you're pitching them local buzz, you send them the local buzz video. If you're pitching them SMO or PPC, you send them the video. But
correct.
What I think is a point that everyone needs to really pay attention to is that these videos are designed to sell. These videos are more than just an in-person presentation. These videos have imagery, they have music, they have humor to them, and they have a psychology to these videos. If of all of you that were on the line, were on the webinar not too long ago, and I took you all through the psychology of the sales collateral, these videos are built on the exact same psychology, which starts with what? Point A. If anyone can say all the psychological points that I stated last time, which I think there were 5 to the sales collateral, you get a huge props from me if you can spit that out. A was, what is the service? B is, why is it important to you? C is, the pressure is being put on by industry backing stats on why they need to get into it, and then more pressure on them from competitors about what the competitors are doing. And then there's the why choose you and your company because of what you have to offer to them. It takes them through this psychological flow, and it helps them to overcome any trust issues or over any boundaries on why they might not need that service. The videos have the exact same psychology built into them, and that's why Danny utilizes these and trains his sales team around them. And you know, from all my talks with Danny, Danny has really great success on this. And I think that one of the reasons why it's good to have Danny on the webinar is because I talk to a lot of different marketing agencies that really complicate things. We provide infographics, we provide videos, we provide spot-on training on things. And what I love about what Danny does with his sales team is he literally just takes what we have created and implements it. Why? Because it's perfectly in line with the services, and it's probably faster, right, Danny? It probably doesn't take a whole lot of time to train the sales guys.
It takes way less time to train somebody, but the best part about it is we typically close a deal in about a week. So typically we'll go in, we'll have a meeting, we'll schedule a follow-up meeting. Maybe that's more where that first meeting is probably more of a needs analysis, but the fact that we've presented it consistently across all mediums, now we're closing it when we go back and meet with them.
Awesome. All right, so let's get moving on here. The infographics. Now, the infographics, Danny, I'm not sure how much you've utilized the infographics or not. Infographics are actually really cool to print out and put them in your office if you wanted to. But the infographics are great because you can put them in a blog post. Of course, I don't know, that's actually a typo there on the YouTube embed code. But you could put them on a blog post. As part of the marketing bundle, we give you a blog content to post these on your blog post so that you have an infographic as well. Some people really like these. One of the best places to put these is like on Pinterest, or if you have any social image sharing sites that you use. Infographics are absolutely wonderful with those. And you can also include these in an attachment whenever you're whenever you're emailing a client, you can include these as an attachment. People like to look through them. That's what's great about infographics. And on the landing page I talked about, if you don't have the infographic, you can scroll down and check those out. And Steve said, I was told that you were phasing the infographics out. We're not phasing the infographics out at all. People like infographics a lot. And if you're a digital marketing agency and you have infographics, you're walking the walk, right? Not just talking, you have it. So that's really cool. You could take the infographics and yeah, you need to use the blog article and put them on your blog, but at the same time, you can post them up in your Facebook. They look great up in Facebook. You use keywords, hashtags, shorten URLs, and you can also post them in relevant communities and groups. And this just isn't just in Facebook. You want to take them and you want to put them in your Google Plus as well. Danny, do you do much with the infographics? I know you do a lot with the videos, but do you utilize the infographics much?
We just got a whole bunch of them made and put them in our conference room. So you're right.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
You printed them out and actually put them in your conference room. And by the way, people, Danny he's got a nice office set up. He's got a couple sales reps. How big is your sales team, Danny?
Six sales reps locally.
You got 6 sales reps in a cool conference room, and so you actually printed these out, because I mentioned that. You printed these out, you framed them, and you put them in your conference room?
Yep, about 6 foot tall.
How was the resolution? Because I was wondering what the resolution would be like if you print these things out and hang them up in your office.
They had to work at it a little bit, but we got it right.
Well, you know, if they were able to get it there, then that means that the resolution was there. That's great. Awesome. So yeah, if you wanted to print them out, you could. So yeah, you put these in your blog post, put them in your Google Plus, put them in your Facebook, put them out to relevant communities that you should be in, and tweet them as well. So you can tweet these out to your community. So as you see, whenever you have something to put out there, you take it through your social media community rounds and you get it out there so that people are engaging and paying attention to it, right?
Hey, Paul, the one other thing I would say about that is, I mean, without being a graphic designer, you can also, you know, crop some of that out, and you can actually tweak pieces of it, right? So you can get engagement, or you can post to Facebook or Twitter, whatever. You can post just snippets of that infographic.
Cool. And I've got a question for people that would be availing of this. Danny, would you be able to potentially send those high-resolution images over? I don't know how much modifications were needed to them. I don't know. Did they really have to do a lot of modifying to get them to work?
I don't know. I just went down.
Maybe if we just gave out the PSD files, that would work. We could probably just do that.
There you go. Or, I mean, I went to Kinko's if anybody wants to know.
Okay, there you go. Go to Kinko's. That'll work. Okay, so get them into Twitter. Pinterest is something that we do for ourselves a lot. I like Pinterest a lot. So I recommend using Pinterest to put your infographics out there. I think it looks really nice. And then you can put a link to your Pinterest account from your email signature, right? It should be in your email signature. Not all of the images, but a link to your Pinterest account to check you out and get the infographics up in your Pinterest, right? So I recommend utilizing that a lot. So you just, whenever you want to put them in Pinterest, you want to post in relevant categories. You want to cut and screenshot parts if necessary to increase possible pins, and make sure pin links back to the blog post. So I recommend putting the infographics primarily on your blog. If you have service pages specifically for your services, then you definitely want to make these infographics available on your service page, certainly. You might even want to have a banner made for them, but you definitely want to get them out to your Pinterest as well. Infographic sharing sites. There's some really cool infographic sharing sites that are out there, like Love Infographics. So you can go to loveinfographics.com and get them shared out there as well. And a lot of this, as you're seeing as we go through this, is, like I said, this isn't just about us giving you marketing materials. So much of this has to do with what do you do with your marketing materials. So you might be thinking to yourself, oh, there's a lot of steps with this, but it's really not that bad. You just take these things and put them out there and make it happen. So infographic share, again, ask your friends to like all your stuff and engage in it. And infographics email communication, yes, if you're going to be emailing leads about the different things that you have to offer, send them the infographics, send them the video, send them the sales collateral, send them stuff to look through. Why not? They're at least, and nothing else, they're going to look at it and say, wow, this is a serious marketing company. They must have put a lot of money into their marketing materials. So that's infographics. HTML newsletters. I had a question about this just today on the HTML newsletters, and we have a section below talking about how to utilize these. Yeah, inside of the media kit that we give out, there are HTML newsletters. If you're not utilizing ours, you should be utilizing yours. Now, on the HTML newsletters, if you don't have an HTML, well, if you don't have an email system to blast people out with, you need one. If you're not collecting email addresses on potential leads and always utilizing those and building up a list, you're missing a big part of being your own marketing firm. You have to start collecting local emails. You have to start emailing people out. That's part of it. So use these email marketing tools. I mean, you can use Constant Contact, Get Response, MailChimp, iContact, and whenever you go into these and it gives you an option to send an email, you can hit a button that says HTML, and you literally just take the HTML we give you in the newsletters, put it in there, and you've got a fully designed professional newsletter to send out to get people to come and check out your video, check out your infographic, and keep people in the loop. So if you even have a lot of existing clients, you're going to utilize this. Danny, what's your preference on a mail system? Do you use one of these?
Constant Contact.
Constant Contact. Is there any reason why you like Constant Contact over the others?
Just seems easier. I don't know. That's what we've always used. So I think we used to use MailChimp a long time ago, but Constant Contact seems to be pretty simple. I don't know. I mean, it's maybe it was a price thing. I don't know.
And something I want to point out about these systems, most of them don't allow you to embed a video in the email system, which really irks me. It doesn't take a lot of development to embed a video in an email system. Most of these don't. Does anyone know a trick around how, if you can't embed a video in an email, does anyone know how to get around that trick? Anybody? Someone's got to have run into this before. You've got an email blast system, and there you go, Danny. Another Danny. You take a screenshot of the video, and you hyperlink it to your YouTube video. And then in the email that you send out, they see the image. You literally took a screenshot of the YouTube frame video, put it in there, and when they click on it, it's just an image with a link. It is not an embedded video. So you're going to run into that issue here, and right. Oh, Ricardo said he thinks MailChimp has that feature now. Well, I hope so. I was asking him to get it. Get Response still doesn't have that feature, I don't think. So, but it's all right. All you got to do is take a quick screenshot and link it over to the YouTube video.
Paul, you don't have to take a screenshot, because if you just push, like in Constant Contact, if anybody's using it, if you just, the very first tab is there's a selection there that says video link. If you click on video link, it'll go get that. You put the YouTube video link in, it'll go and take a screenshot of it for you.
Scott's saying to use that. Yeah, sorry, Danny. Got that. Scott's saying to check out BombBomb. Scott, what's BombBomb?
BombBomb's cool.
Where am I? I've never heard of BombBomb. Has anyone ever heard of BombBomb before? What's this all about?
Hey, Paul, do you want me to tell you what it is? It's video.
BombBomb is the bomb. That's what Scott said.
BombBomb is the bomb. It's video email marketing. I've looked at their stuff quite a bit, but
BombBomb.com. All right, I'll send this out in the public chat over here. BombBomb.com. Evidently, per everyone on the line, BombBomb.com is cheap, fantastic, and everybody's going to love it for video email marketing. That's news to me. Learn something new every day. So thank you, Scott, for that Valentine's Day present. I'm going to check that out. I'm probably going to start utilizing it because it really peeves me, because I love videos, I love sending them out, and I really don't like taking screenshots. But like Danny said, I don't have to do that. But yeah. So anyhow, Danny, can you talk a little bit about, okay, so we're telling people to run emails, and you got all these great marketing materials if you created them yourself, or if you bought our marketing materials bundle, but what if they don't have anyone to email? I mean, how did you get anybody to email? You send an email blast out, people respond to it, you probably close deals off of it, but how do you go from nothing as a marketing company to having people to email?
Well, two things. The first thing is on your web, anybody that you contact, can I get your email address, blah, blah, blah. You should always be collecting email addresses, whether it's your sales rep or yourself. Even if you just get someone's business card, you should always add that to your list. One of the things we did to kind of spike it a little bit several years ago is we joined the Chamber of Commerce, and we were able to, we didn't get a list, but we were able to get a website to where we would have an email address and a phone number and a contact, and we've worked through that over time So we got about 5,000 emails, the email addresses over the course of some time.
So there you go. There's a lot of different ways to get emails. Definitely, if anyone ever contacts you on your website, you should have their email address, and it should be going in your email system. If it's not directly linked up, then you need to manually transfer them over to your email list. But those can be integrated. So any contact you get from anywhere, you should be utilizing that. If you're not part of your local chamber, you should be. If you need to use a lead mining tool, like something like Lead Kahuna, or some other lead mining tools, then run them, collect all your email addresses, and make sure that you're building up a database of emails of people that you can be reaching out to. If you don't have that, you need to work on that. It's really important. HTML newsletter, yeah, whenever you send these out, yeah, there's opt-in, opt-outs. I don't think I'm going to go over that too much, but then we have the newsletter blog. So whenever you send out the newsletter, we also give you another version of the newsletter so that you can load it onto your blog, because these are informative about every single service category, and it just expands your blog and it makes it look really good. Newsletter, blog, Facebook. So you can post to Facebook as a link in the blog post. So whenever you have your newsletter, you can also put it on your blog, and then people take that link to their blog and they just post that out through what? Through their Facebook, through their Twitter, through their LinkedIn. So they go through their Google Plus as well. So you can take the newsletter. Of course, you're going to put it on your blog because it's not publicly available to anyone to see. So you take that newsletter, create a section on your blog that says newsletter, you put it in there, and then you let everyone in the world know that's in your network that you have sent out a newsletter also through your Google Plus, Facebook, and Twitter, right? You have to activate your arena yourself. If you just send it out in a newsletter, but you don't put it on a newsletter section and let your social media people know, then you're missing out on that whole viral approach, right? So that's typically another example of missing the steps. You just send out the newsletter, you don't put it on your blog so that people can come in and reference it, then you might have missed the opportunity to get more people to subscribe to your blog. Also, whenever you send out the newsletter, if you're putting your newsletters in your blog archive underneath newsletter, then on your newsletter you can put in there, hey, if you're looking to view our previous newsletters, you might want to check out our blog here and subscribe. That's how you build up your network.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
Couple of things to add to that. It's if Endless Rise is doing work for us on our personal stuff, then that seems to be a good thing, right? So you guys are posting Facebook, you're posting Twitter, you're syndicating our blogs and all of this stuff. For when people are doing their own in this situation, I would recommend Hootsuite or Buffer. And Buffer's free, so you should check that out. Buffer's a pretty good program just to syndicate some of that content.
That's a really good point. So, yeah, so that you're not having to go through and feed all this out to all your different social media accounts. You can use something like Hootsuite or Buffer, and there's a couple of other ones that will join them in. Danny just pays us to do it, so makes it a lot easier.
We do our own, man. We do our own for some of that stuff. I mean, we still post.
Yeah, some of it definitely, yeah. So, yeah, then you want people to encourage people to engage in your newsletter blog. And then we have the PowerPoint slides, which we're giving away at the end of the webinar. So what did we do? We took the infographics that we have for all the different service categories, and we cut them up into PowerPoint slides out of high demand. And this makes it to where that infographic, if you want to just have a slideshow presentation, you can do that in front of a client while you're sitting in front of them, or even with screen sharing. So yeah, at the end of the webinar, only for attendees that stick around to the end of the webinar, we're going to be giving away the download link to attendees to download these PowerPoint slides for free. So that should be really cool for you to have. And Danny, I think you said that you're positioning yourselves to be using these PowerPoints. I snuck them over to Danny ahead of time, by the way.
Yeah, I think I'm going to actually make it part of the sales presentation, like the in-person sales presentation. To me, it looks like a great outline. You know, hey, here's the objectives I want to cover with a potential client. Let's sit down and talk about it. So.
Yeah, and that's why PowerPoints are so great. Now, if you're not in person or on screen sharing to do a presentation, then of course you want to send over the video, and you want to send over the video ahead of time. The infographic is like for them to preview the equivalent on what would be in all of the slides, all put together, all in a really nice format to be impressive. But if you're in person with them, or if you're screen sharing to go over the basic principles of, for instance, a quick slideshow of what's in the sales collateral or what's in the video, and just a quick talking points to get through on it, these PowerPoints are perfect for that. So that really just rounds out the entire thing. PowerPoint slides, you can do more with them though. You can put the PowerPoint slides in SlideShare. Does anyone else have anything they want to speak up about to let us know? Different slideshow sharing programs. So SlideShare, you can take the PowerPoints, brand them to you if you would want to, and put them up in SlideShare. Why not? So after you get them in SlideShare, then you're going to have a link to your SlideShare, right? So then why don't you take that link from SlideShare, and you know what you're going to do with the link from SlideShare, right? We're talking Google+, Facebook, Twitter, the whole 9 yards. So we definitely want to make sure you're doing that. And I'm going to start moving a little bit quicker because we're approaching the end of the hour, and I want to make sure that everyone's able to stay on the line till the end. PowerPoint SlideShare, yes, of course, you're going to want to encourage people to engage with them. And then what you can even do, you can include the SlideShare link in relevant email correspondence. So if people want to check out your SlideShares, you can put that link in your email signature as well. Of course, your email links are going to get rather long if you do all of these. But if you did want people to be able to go in and check out your SlideShares on these PowerPoints that we're giving away for free, then you can load them into SlideShare and put the link to your SlideShare account in your email signature and get that sent out. So is everyone starting to understand how if you do all these different things that you would actually have an amazing marketing portfolio for your own company based off of this stuff? But if you just purchase this marketing material and this marketing collateral and we send it over to you, and if you don't do all of this with it and you just like load it into one place, it's not really actionable. It doesn't really build a big portfolio. It's not buzzable. You have to make it happen. So yeah, you need the materials, and that's the most difficult part is having the right materials. But from there, this portion, all of this is up to you. PowerPoint slides, of course, use them in consulting sessions. It makes you look a lot more professional. You can add a cover page for yourself. And if I were you and I was going to go over the PowerPoint slide with the client in person, what would I do? I would put a cover page on it, and I would put their company information and your company information so that whenever you sit down in front of them like this, that you take it through it, and part of it's personalized to them, at least the cover page, right? So whether that or whether you're invited to a seminar or a conference or whatnot, you can even pull these things up for talking points and go over them in the seminar. If you wanted to modify the PowerPoint slides, they're in PowerPoint version. So if you want to modify them, you'd be able to do that. Okay, brand and optimize your YouTube channel. So yeah, you're going to be uploading videos to your YouTube channel, but is your YouTube channel branded? Is it optimized? Do you have a custom banner with company branding up in there? If you don't, maybe you want to check out our services for yourself and our social media. We have YouTube design services you can avail of. Again, that's in our dashboard in the services section. But you need to be able to have your YouTube channel that's attractive, right? It's not too hard to do if you want to do it on your own. It's really not. Create, brand, and optimize your Facebook page. If you don't have a nicely branded Facebook page and you're going to be putting the marketing materials out to that, but you didn't design and brand your Facebook page, then you should. And it doesn't take a lot of work to design and brand your own Facebook page. Again, if you don't have the know-how to do that, and it's not hard to do, you can do it. But if you don't want to do it, you can always go to our social media design services and avail of that through us, and we can do that for you. But that's really important that you get that designed out. What about your Google Plus profile and business page? You need to put work into that as well. You have to. You're a marketing agency. This is not optional. Your YouTube, your Google Plus, and your Facebook have to be designed and designed well. You're a digital marketing agency. Danny, did you have design work put into yours? I hope so.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah. Okay. I know they are. Okay. So you got to double check. Of course, make sure your name, address, and phone number are consistent throughout, and that the banner looks good, clean. It doesn't need to be overly complicated, just something nice and clean. Twitter page. You got to be on Twitter. Not optional. You have to be on Twitter. If you're a digital marketing agency, you have to be on Google Plus, you have to be on Facebook, you have to be on Twitter, you need to be on LinkedIn, and on YouTube. You have to be. Digital marketing agencies, you can't go and sell these services to clients and not have them for yourselves and have it designed. You have to have these up, and you should have a link to all of them in your email signature with a link to a thumbnail of a really cool video about your company, which we can provide for you. Create, brand, and optimize your Twitter page. That's going to be really important. If Twitter pages are not designed, then they don't look so good. Again, you can go in and spend a little bit of time just piecing some things together and designing it yourself. You don't have to go and have all this paid for to get done. If you don't want to do it, you can pay us to do it, but take some time to get the design set up. Pinterest is, I don't know, do we have any Pinterest fans out there? Anyone want to speak up? Any Pinterest fans? Got one.
Paul, hey, Paul, yeah. I'm a Pinterest fan, Paul.
Are you? You're a Pinterester?
I am, yeah.
Okay, we're getting some more people speaking up saying that they're Pinterest fans. Pinterest is the least popular of all the other things that we've spoken about so far, but sometimes it surprises you whenever you ask people if they're Pinterest fans that they speak up and say they're Pinterest fans. Danny, why are you a Pinterest fan?
You know, I just kind of got into it a couple months ago, and I like just being able to put in some things on different boards. I mean, I think you were just kind of showing that. I like what we do with it with our own stuff. Whether it be the infographics, whether it be the social media stuff that ER does for us, it's really, really cool stuff. I really like it. So.
Okay.
And we get action on it. I mean, we get
you get leads?
Yeah, you know, we get leads off of all social media.
That's awesome. So Angela says pinners spend more than the rest of social media users. Blaine says it reaches women. Angela says 85% of spending decisions are by women who are predominantly on Pinterest. I didn't know that. I didn't know Pinterest was a female-dominated social arena. I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
Everybody over here knows that.
They should start a dating site on there. It should be, you know, Pinterest for your love. Send them an image. Okay, cool. So Pinterest is a pretty big deal. Related work. Create, brand, and optimize your SlideShare page. Okay, SlideShare is not as big. Do I get any shout-outs from SlideShare fans? I'd be kind of surprised on that one. I'd be actually really surprised. SlideShare is definitely the least popular. SlideShare fans? Anyone? Peter says yes. Well, got some out there. Okay. Okay, yeah, actually a lot of people. Okay. So on SlideShare, you can take the link. Of course, you want to include it in your Google+, follow relevant people, join discussions, and then we have the VIP website. So we're getting into something else. So on the marketing materials, it's really important that you round all of these up. And what I'm going to do for people that have already purchased the marketing materials before, I'm going to get the list of all of you rounded up, and I'm going to send you this PowerPoint presentation so that you have the instructions to all of this, because a lot of you are probably taking notes like crazy. If you've already purchased the marketing materials, I'm going to send you this entire PowerPoint so that you can go through it. You might want to go through it with your salesmen. You might want to go through it with an office assistant. I put this whole thing together, and as I'm talking, I'm missing talking points because I really don't have time to go through this whole thing. And this whole thing is like 90 slides long. So this thing itself took a lot of work to put into. And when you get a hold of this, if you want to take our logo off of it and you want to brand it to yourself and you want to go ahead and address someone in your company to help you put this thing together, if you purchased this before, I'm sending this to you. If you purchase this in the month of February, I'm going to send this to you as well. So this is going to help you to train your people on how to get your marketing materials out there. It's a very, very, very big deal. Now, moving on from this, yeah, we've got the VIP website. I think a lot of people on the line, you are probably already either have a really good website or you probably potentially already purchased a VIP website. The VIP websites are no joke. I gave a link out to them earlier. The VIP websites, including sales collateral embedded, have about 80 pages on them. They're extensive, they're good, they got a great design to them. And why am I bringing up a VIP website whenever we're talking about marketing materials? Anyone have any reason why? Why would I bring up your website? We're not talking about websites, we're talking about marketing materials. Oh, that's right, your website is your largest singular piece of marketing material. The entire website is a piece of marketing material. So if you got all these amazing marketing materials that are enterprise level marketing materials and your website doesn't look good, you're going to have a really big problem. Danny, it actually surprised me that you were so fond of the the VIP websites that we offer, because you guys put a lot of effort into your own website and you guys adopted the VIP website. Can you talk a little bit about what you like about the VIP websites, why you guys decided to opt for one, and any success that you've had as a result of that website potentially?
So we said we had our old website, which was really good, really big, a lot of content, ranked really, really well, and we decided to go with just a simple, easy to understand. Hey, this is who we are. This is the services we have. This is maybe some FAQs. Here's our blog, and here's how you contact us. So it's really simple for the client to go through, or potential client, or people that are looking for your products and services. And the second thing that I like about it is that it's mobile responsive. I mean, obviously our old site was old, and it just was not mobile responsive, and it was going to be. We were going into a redesign regardless, so it worked out real well for us.
Yeah, on the VIP sites, and again, at the end, I'm going to go through these a lot more. On the VIP websites, I mean, yeah, the VIP websites are your branding. They're going to help you work out a lot. You can redo the content if you want to. I put a link, again, in the public chat in there. I put a link for endlessrice.com/VIP website. You can check it out. You can see the cost on it. You can see what's included in them. You can click on like 6 different types of themes that you can look into and click through them. So if you don't have one, you need them. But one of the biggest things is your website. So you don't have to buy the VIP website, but you do have to make sure that your website looks great. And if you're not going to use the terminology on ours, you need to align the services section on your website with the services that you're offering through us, or whatever services there are that you're offering. But your website is extremely, extremely important. When you have a really good website, and your website isn't just a website about you, but your website is wonderful. Your website walks the walk that you're talking. Your website is mobile responsive. Your website shows everything that you need. And if you bought the marketing materials, what else is on your website? All your services, your infographics, your videos, your blog posts, your newsletters that you've sent out, right? They got the social media icons, all the stuff you're putting everything else into. You're a marketing company powerhouse. And if your website reflects that, then you want to show your website off. So you're going to, of course, you're going to put a link to your website and everything. What links to your website? Your Google Plus links back to your website. Your Facebook business page links back to your website. Your Twitter page will link back to your website. Your email signature comes back to your website. Your website defines you. If your website is not impressive, you have a problem. And it doesn't cost a tremendous amount of money to have an impressive website. It really doesn't. So make sure that you have your website covered. Put your website URL in your business card, right? That's another place where your website goes. And your business card. So you're representing in person with your website as well. Always put your website URL in all marketing materials, digital or print, right? So you'll always put it in everything. So even whenever you have anything that's print marketing, you always put your website URL in it. Thus, the necessity of having a really good website. The website we provide to you also links to domain masks, or also links to the design portfolio, which has more than 60 plus pages and 350 different examples of design elements that you can offer to your clients. So it doesn't just the websites that we offer, it doesn't just have, with sales collateral embedded 80 pages of content for them to go through. That's very well organized, but it also links over to the design portfolio that has more than 350 samples of design work for them to check out. So that's powerful. That's really powerful. It doesn't make you look like a small marketing firm. It makes you look like a big one. And the design portfolio has a mobile responsive design tester to help you convert people into design clients. And then I've got a technical guide, which I'm not going to go through, but for the people that bought it, you need to know that I do have this technical guide, and I'll be passing this over to anyone that bought the reseller website, the VIP website, or the marketing materials. I'll just click through this really quick so that you can see what all is involved in this technical guide. It tells you how to post the video and article, embed on the video on your blog. One of the best things about having a WordPress website is knowing how to populate it, and if you don't know how to populate your own blog, you need to. So we created this really cool how-to guide to go in and how you need to go into your blog and post things. So it has this whole guide. It's easy to do, and it walks you through everything with a nice 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you notice previously, we got this is step 2. It'll show you everything on how to post everything that you're getting, and it also shows you how to embed the video so that you can figure out how to embed the video in your blog, and how to make sure if you wanted to put no index or no follow or do follow. Once everything has been placed, click the publish button, and boom. you've got an amazingly populated blog, right? Now, how to post an infographic article on your blogs, since we give you an infographic as well as the content to put around it. Now, maybe you don't know how to put it on your WordPress website. Well, this is going to let you know exactly what to do, where to go in, how to set up the category, how to post it, how to guide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go in, submit, insert, and then once everything has been placed, click published, and boom, an amazing blog post that's really going to reach out to people that troll down on you. So yeah, oh, there it is. Check that out again. And then we got how to post the newsletter article on your blog. So create a newsletter, boop, 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 how to, go through it, hit publish, really good guide, and now you have your newsletter section set up, and that's an HTML format. So that's how to efficiently get through all of the marketing materials. So we can take, Ricardo says, dude, I'm jumping around right now. That's awesome. I should read some of these comments. Friend says, yeah, the technical guide clears up all the confusion. Thanks. Yeah, well, you know, that's one of the things we do for you. We think ahead. So we know that you need the marketing materials. We know that you need to put them out there. Look, I know you know how to can figure out how to use Pinterest. I know you can figure out how to use Google Plus and Facebook and Twitter. But putting things in the blog and WordPress gets a little bit confusing. So yeah, we put together an entire guide for you. I already have this whole entire guide in for download off of a link. So I'll have my team go in and email out this guide to everyone that's already purchased either a reseller website or the media materials, and I'll also make sure that this comes out to people that are going to be purchasing these. So let me go ahead and exit off of here. The videos that are included, some people get confused about what's included in the marketing materials. So here's a link again in the public chat to the marketing materials that we offer to you. In total, on the marketing materials that there's 6 HD videos, 6 infographics, 6 PowerPoints, which we're giving away for free today, the PowerPoints only, 6 informative HTML newsletters, 6 video blog articles, 6 infographic blog articles, and 6 newsletter blog articles. Now, check this out on this. I did a costing breakdown, right? So before we created the videos ourselves, I tried to contract a company out of the States to create these, and they weren't one of the highest price companies. For the type of editing, voiceover, and everything that goes into these videos, I was going to be charged $1,500 a minute. For the amount of minutes that are in all of these videos at that rate, it would have cost me $45,000 to have these videos created. With the blog articles and newsletters, to outsource the work to have that done would have been almost $500. For the infographics alone, almost $3,000. If these were paid retail rate, it would be $48,000, roughly $500 to have all these marketing materials created. And we did some math for you and said, wait a minute, but this is not completely unique for you. So what you'd be paying at the rate of $300 for all of them is 0.6% of what you would be paying a retail firm to create these for you. So that's the cost savings that we bring, which is absolutely massive. And you guys can read through this yourself. If you don't have these, create the marketing materials yourself or go check them out. If you want to come onto this page and preview every single video, you can. A couple comments on the preview videos. The local buzz video, which is here, this is, of course, it has a note in here that it's being finalized and updated. This is already done. The audio's already been touched up. That happened a long time ago. It's just the preview video is a bit old. The PPC video audio has been upgraded. The social media video audio has also been updated. Actually, the social media video audio was completely redone and upgraded. The PPC video audio was redone and upgraded as well. But on the demo videos, it's still the old audio. So if you notice any issues with the demo materials that's watermarked, we didn't update the demo materials, but we do make ongoing updates to the downloadable materials that are not watermarked. And of course, you can download and check out the infographics as well. Those infographics are crazy, crazy huge. This media bundle this month is going, if people haven't already bought it, the media bundle's going this month for $300 for the media bundle. That offers good through February 25th. And then from there out, the price on the media bundle is going up by quite a bit after February 25th. And if you've already purchased the media bundle, but you're like, hey, I see this general company video and there's a general company infographic and newsletter and blog articles, and I already paid for the media bundle a long time ago, but now you're offering even more in the media bundle. If you've already paid for the media bundle in the past and you see a couple things in here that weren't in there in the past, I'll be announcing in March for a low cost, how on an ongoing monthly basis you can get access to the new media marketing resources that we'll be releasing. So if you see things in here and you're like, oh man, I paid for this like last month or the month before, I wish I had, for instance, that general company video that we created, which is really good to be released at the end of the week, then stay tuned for March on how to access those. If you don't have the media bundle, you should be availing of it. Now, one thing to be said about this media bundle right here, if you haven't purchased it and you're going to, the general marketing company video, which is underneath this section here on company and services overview, that's the newest one. We'll have, we have a brand new video, infographic, blog articles, HTML newsletter, PowerPoint, and infographic. Did I already say that? For the company and services overview, that's all about your company. So we have all the separate services that are out there. That one is all about everything about your company. That's your frontline video. That's what goes on your homepage. That's what you front with. That's what everybody wants. That's not done yet. That comes out towards the end of next week. But for anyone that buys this right now, then as soon as that's done, middle to the end of next week, it'll be released to you. So that's included in the sale on this. So if you don't have this, unless you want to create your own marketing materials, I recommend that you avail of these. And then on the VIP website, I put a link in here for everyone as well. That's a link for everyone on that VIP website. You can come in here. If you don't have it, you should. On the VIP website, you can check out the 6 different templates and read through why to buy this. And whenever you click on either of these pages to check out, it takes you to a page that allows you to pay for the media bundle or the VIP website. So we can host the website for you, and if so, it's only $300 for the entire website. If you want to host it yourself, it's $500. If you choose the media bundle and a website, then it's a discount of $50. So if you wanted to buy the reseller website and you wanted to buy the media bundle together, it's $550, which is the same promo we were having before, but there's now more included in the media bundle. Rates on the VIP website and the media bundle go up after February 25th. So if you are going to avail of these, you should avail of them before then. Otherwise, you would have a big price, not a huge price increase, but at least a 25% price increase. Brian says, what is the difference if I host it myself? It's easiest. It's a lot easier for us to set it up on our own hosting environment, but if it's going to be set up on yours, then it's a lot extra because we got to put a lot more work into it to get it over on your hosting environment. We also prefer it to be on our hosting environment because it allows us to make sure that you're going to be doing business with us. Now, on the free PowerPoints that I need to give away. So let's get to that section. People are like, well, he stopped motorboating about this stuff and give me the free PowerPoint download. All right, everyone that stuck on towards the end of the webinar, let me give away to you your free PowerPoints. Check these out. So if everyone can give a shout out if you see this link coming through public chat, I'll say free PowerPoints above. That's a reward for sticking on so long. If you can check that out, it says free PowerPoints above. So that is actually what happened to my view. Can everyone see those? I'm looking for my questions here. There we go. All right, so everyone says yes, see them. So there you go. So if you don't see them, it's in the public chat. There's a link to it. It says dropbox.com/ a bunch of crazy letters. Download those, check it out. You can use them in your sales. That's just the PowerPoints. It doesn't come with a video or anything else. So if I can get a shout out, how many people plan on availing of the media bundle that don't have it, that does not have it yet? I'm just curious on how many people are actually planning on availing that. Again, you should have the link to check it out on the overview page. If you don't, speak up and ask. All right, great. If you don't have your own marketing materials, you should avail of them. Danny, if you had to put a value on those marketing materials, the entire bundle, do you think they're worth more than $300?
I would say priceless.
Priceless? So yeah, let's talk a little bit about that. I mean, how many leads do you think that you've been able to generate because of these marketing materials? Because we're selling them for $300, and I think a lot of people really don't understand the value involved in these. Because when I have a lot of people on a webinar, really probably about 15%, maybe 10% will actually buy them. But if you have not created these yourselves, I don't understand what's worth more than that you could possibly buy. That's better than the $300 that you'd be spending on these. Danny, that's over to you. Can you talk about, do you have any projections on how many leads you probably close as a result of using these marketing materials?
I mean, a lot. We really ensure that every potential client watches the video. I mean, that's probably the first and foremost. We use the sales collateral with every single client. So, I mean, it has become just a big part of our methodology from our sales standpoint. So it's probably almost every single one. I mean, those articles and those pieces have touched every single client since they've existed.
That's awesome. Well, the value on these hasn't been higher, really, because of the amount that's involved in them. And keep in mind, if people are going to buy these before February 25th, and it's going to include that general company video, I'm not sure if people saw that one or not, but that's really going to be the hallmark on it. So take your time to go through the link on this one. It's going to take you through everything that's included on it and what you can do with it. And then you'll also be getting the guide on how to put everything out there. Yeah, so like Anthony said, can you send the PowerPoint link again? Somehow mine has vanished. Oh, okay. Well, let me send that again. Let me see if I can just copy and paste. There you go. So that's in public chat. So people are wondering where the PowerPoint download is. It's in the public chat. You got to look at your interface, and you'll see it right there in the chat. If you can't see it, you got to scroll up and down, and maybe it already went out of view. On the VIP sites, can anyone give a shout out that does not have a website that you think is enterprise level and you're trying to get started out, or maybe you don't have a website that is high-end enough? I'm not sure if people have seen the themes on this or not. Martin says, I need one. Ron says, me. Scott says, yeah, my site isn't good enough. Sandra says, I'm going to purchase one today or tomorrow. Which one do I recommend? Which one to recommend? I like this theme, number 2, a lot. I like the spatialness of it. There's 6 themes to choose from. But if yours is outdated, I would recommend picking up one of these and changing it. I mean, if you look through the value on what's on this thing, it's insane. Yeah, we say the value is at $8,000, but it's worth way more than this. So, yeah, services offered. I mean, there's service pages on everything. The services break down. Not only do they have call to actions, but every single service that's on here, you can get in here and you can check out the entire service. It comes with the banners, it comes with click to view PDF, and it has the entire sales collateral up in here, which, like for this one, expands it by 7 additional pages. I mean, these are just really, really, really hot sites. I don't know how much time it would take you to create this on your own, but I've seen people put time in over the period of several years to create their own site, and they don't have what these come with. And for $300, that's ridiculous. I mean, really, when we sell these for $300, we're pretty much saying, look, we know that you need this to be successful, but if we were going to legitimately sell these like we should be to making money, we should be selling these for no less than $1,500 to $2,000. These are for sale for $300. That's as cheap as it possibly gets. So if you don't have the sales or marketing collateral and you don't have a VIP level website, if you do not have them, and right now you can buy both of them together for $550 off of those links, you've got to get in there and you've got to get them. And rates on these are going up a lot after February 25th. So if you're trying to get started out, you've got to take care of your branding and you've got to take care of your marketing. And that's really, really important. And Danny, I know you guys, when you started out, because I think we had something to do with your website in the very beginning, but it took you guys quite a while to get your the marketing materials, which you have now from us, but just to get your social presence up, right, and really get into that. I think a lot of people get distracted with other things going on in their company.
Yeah, I mean, definitely when we started, we didn't do any social. I mean, you know, it was before that boom. But recently, we started doing a Google Dominator with you guys, and I'm actually very, very happy and very, very pleased with that. So that, you know, I know that social is a growing game for all of us, and I've seen the impact of what it does in relationship to SEO and results. So I like that.
Yeah, I'm getting people asking me to show more links on this. So let me point something out to everyone. I'm going to put this link again in the public chat. That's to this whole VIP website landing page, and you can scroll through here and see everything that's included, how to click to pay for it, and it says everything, and then down in the middle it gives you links to all 6 of the templates to view yourself, and then you can read through the value on them and everything else. And then this is the link here to the come on here. Where is it at? Where's the link to the... All right, I'm just going to have to... I think it's... And this is the link to the marketing materials to purchase those. It takes you through all the marketing materials. It's going to take you through how to buy them. It's going to take you through how much it costs, what to do with them. This is also a guide on what to do with these. And then it's also going to have a section here where you can preview all the videos. Keep in mind that we've upgraded the audio on these, and on the social media we already redid the audio. And then the general marketing video will be out for you when you purchase next week. So all of this will be delivered to you, and you can just scroll through here and preview everything and check it out. So you have the links to that. Take the time, scroll through it, check it out. So everyone needs to be on the page with that. But Danny, what I wanted to talk to you about was Google Social Dominator, because you're running Google Social Dominator for your own company through us, and you're getting quite a bit of results with getting rankings for your own company, but you also run it for your clients. And not a lot of people know about our Google Social Dominator. Do you mind talking about that a little bit?
It's really cool. So most people have probably seen the package and probably don't really understand what it is. If you think about all the avenues that Google is in, whether it be Blogger, YouTube, Google+, all those pieces get hit with this. And I think it's just more of a content thing, Paul, that, when you're hitting that Blogger and you're working those angles, obviously there's different workloads. We have we have a small, basic, and a large, or a small, medium, and large. I think we do the large, but it's really, 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 I can't really impress upon people how, I guess, viral that really is, and what the return really is, because it's just massive. The workload's massive, and the results are in turn massive.
Yeah, people aren't familiar with our Google Social Dominator. It's one of our social media packages. You go into our dashboard, into services, check out social media optimization and Google Social Dominator. The concept behind it is that with one login, Gmail login, you can log into what the different accounts that Google owns, which is YouTube, Google+, Pinterest, Blogger. What's the other one? I'm missing one. Picasa, sorry. And we can optimize all of those, and they can track the footprint because it's one general login, and it also has to do with your authorship preferably as well, and it really helps with your traction in SEO as well. So you've got to check out that Google Social Dominator. Hey, I want to bring something up real quick. Some people are saying that they're on like an iPad or an iPhone, and they're not able to see some links, and people are needing the links that are put in sent to them. If you cannot see links in the chat because of whatever device that you're on and you want all of these links sent to you and an update, give a shout out in the chat. Hopefully you have the ability to click on the chat or the question, give a shout out in the questions and just say, hey, I need you to contact me with the links because I can't see them. Put them in there, and we'll have our staff go through after the webinar and send you out an update with them, as well as your download link to the PowerPoints, because I'm getting some people saying that they can't see the PowerPoint download link. So if you need us to send you the information that you can't see, that's the links to everything, then give a shout out and ask us to send you the links off of the webinar so that we can follow up with you, because I do understand that some of you, especially some people, are saying they're on an iPhone and they can't see the links that I'm putting out there. Okay. So, Danny, do you have any closing remarks before we wrap this up? Do you have any general? You're an owner in a big marketing firm. You have any advice to other people that are out there in terms of getting more leads? Because that's how a lot of people struggle. It's just getting more leads and trying to build their company up.
I would say that just keep it all consistent, and that's what the marketing materials are really about. Is to keep the same message in front of potential clients and current clients. That you don't have to reinvent the wheel. The wheel's already been invented. Just use the materials, keep it consistent, and then just make sure that your message is consistent with that.
Awesome, awesome. Uh, when Danny says keep things consistent, I want to expand on that a little bit. He's talking about keeping things consistent in the delivery message. So that means when he says keep things consistent, he's talking about when you have a general message about your marketing philosophy, your methodologies, keeping it consistent on your Google Plus, on your Twitter, on your LinkedIn, on your Facebook, on your website, on your blog, in the services section, in your emails that are going out, how you're training your salespeople. The entire message with your marketing needs to be consistent, keeping it consistent. And that's one of the biggest reasons why if you don't have your own marketing materials, if you don't have a website that conveys all of the services, you can step into that for what, $550 for both of them, just to make sure that you are consistent in your message and you have the power to get that out there. And that's the basics to any company that's out there. And if you're missing that right off the gate whenever you're starting out, you're going to have a really hard time. So make sure that you go for that. I've got a question. Phil says it does not show a package deal of $550. Well, all you got to do is click on any of the payment buttons. So let's check this out. So whether I'm on the marketing bundle landing page or the website landing page, whenever you hit click pay here on anything, it's going to take you to the same checkout page, which gives you the option to choose one or the other. So you fill in your name, first name, last name, phone number, fill in your email, and then if the media bundle, you'd click on at 300, right? Now, if you want the website hosted by us or the website hosted by you, you click on that, and now watch. I clicked on this one for 300 and that one for 300, and my total is 550. It automatically applies a $50 discount. What happens if you wanted to host it? You're going to pay more for that. Then still, it doesn't say 800, it says 750. It applies a $50 discount. So that's all in there. Yeah, it would probably be nice if we would have said that on the overview in here. So everyone can check that out. If people are going to be availing of these, if anyone avails of these within the end of the, if anyone avails of this within 24 hours, we're going to be giving them a 30% promo code on any singular service in our services system, which probably should go towards your own marketing, possibly. So that's on a 24-hour promotion if people are going to get in there and get those out. Danny, you were going to say something?
I was going to say you should call your sales consultant and take up that 30%. But can I build a second website, Paul?
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, there is a reason to buy more than one VIP website, and some people do that. For instance, yeah, and yes, Danny, you can, absolutely. And you can avail of that promotion as well if you want to. Go for it. So whenever you're out there and you're wanting to go for a niche, maybe you have a primary website, and so you're just targeting people in your general vicinity, but maybe you want to target, for instance, maybe you want to target roofers or dentists or plastic surgeons or plumbers, and you want to go after a particular niche. You're pretty much you're wanting a different version of the site but the same content, and you're wanting to just modify the imagery and some of the headers just to target a particular niche. So yeah, there are reasons why people buy more than one VIP website. You'd be surprised. Some people buy as many as 3. Believe it or not, they do. But it's because they're going to target particular niches, and they don't want to set anything up. I mean, $300 for a website, that's ridiculous, ridiculously cheap.
So, Paul, what we call that in the States is we call that a vertical.
Call that a vertical. There. Okay. When you go after a particular vertical, maybe I've been in the Philippines too long. Blaine says a different domain name. Oh, you could put it on a subdomain if you wanted to. I'd keep the brand consistent, but I don't know. It's up to you. If you want a different brand on it, go with a different brand. Donald says, will I get the overview company and service info? I bought all the marketing material in December. If it wasn't available to you then, it won't be now. I mean, unless you bought the media bundle, then of course you would get it now. But like I said, if you've already purchased this and you see that there's some things in there that you didn't get in the past, stay tuned for March whenever I'll announce how you would get a hold of the material that's been released since then for a very, very reasonable cost for the people that have already availed of this. And I'll be announcing that in March. Okay, so a couple of updates from here. Well, I guess to recap on this, If you're not pushing marketing for yourself, you need to be. One of the most important things on marketing that you need to be pushing for yourself is through your own social media accounts. You need to be pushing it through your reps, if you have any, through their social media accounts. You need to be making sure that you have an email list and that you're keeping that active. And you need to make sure that you're circling around all of your marketing materials and blasting that out to the people that are paying attention to you. If you don't have the core marketing materials to be able to do that, then you don't have anything, and you need them. So you need to create them yourself, or if you already have them, you need to utilize them. And if you don't have them, you need to pay for them, because $300, you're going to recap that back probably twice-fold on your first client in 1 month. Like Danny said, these are absolutely priceless, and I agree with him. If you don't have a good website, you have to have one. It's not optional in our industry. If you're selling web design and or if you're a digital marketing agency and you don't have an absolutely outstanding website that has to be mobile responsive and needs to be in alignment with all of the different services, and it has to be impressive. If you don't have that, you have to have one. If you're not able to build one right now, then you can buy it for $300. This is penny change here to get set up as a business. It's so cheap, and we're pretty much giving it away, in my eyes, literally almost for free, even though, yeah, $550 for both of them, but still, in the grand scheme of things, on a business in a box, that might as well be free. If you don't have that, you have to have it. If you don't have it and you're not going to buy it, then you need to set it up yourself. But those are the bare bone basics, that what you need to have in place to be successful as a marketing company. It's absolutely necessary. It's not optional. If you're a digital marketing and design agency, you have to walk the walk if you're going to talk the talk. And if you're not, you're going to be wasting a lot of time, because people are going to come back, they're going to look at your site, they're going to judge you off of it, they're going to look at your own marketing and say, well, you're telling me that I need to have my social media design up, and that I need to have my marketing materials up, and that I need to be doing this, and I need to be doing that. But if you don't have that up for yourself, then you're not walking the walk, and you're missing the very, very bare bone basics. So you're going to go out there trying to close all kinds of leads, but you don't even have the basics in place on yourself. Make sure, if you're going to spend all your time in lead generation, if you're going to spend time cold calling people, if you're going to spend time emailing people, if you're going to spend time mining leads and setting up voice campaigns or even physical mail campaigns, and you're going to be doing all of that stuff, make sure that your website that you have in place for them to come to and the marketing materials they're going to be going over is enterprise level, or you're missing the ground floor basics. I can't say this enough and enough and enough and enough. If you don't have it, you got to get it. If you're not able to get it now, you probably want to wait on going after lead generation until you have the proper marketing materials in place. So with that being said, I got a couple announcements to make real quick. I have I got a webinar coming up this upcoming Tuesday. Where is it at? Come on. Oh, I bounce around so much. I need to, come on. Where is it at? Okay, I've got a webinar coming up this Tuesday. If anyone's into ORM or online reputation management, we have our ORM packages, and people have been asking us a lot to get a tracking system set up for tracking reputation management tracking. So we're going to be offering reputation tracking software to help you get in the foot with the door with people that have bad reviews, and if people are familiar with David Sprague. I'll be on a webinar on Tuesday with him, and we're going to be going over reputation monitoring and how to get your foot in the door with people that have a bad reputation. So if you have the VIP website, for example, it has all the reputation software, or the reputation services within there. And then we've got a big webinar series coming out. How many people have been waiting for our Ultimate Sales Battle series, our in-person role play, our role play sales training? Did I get any shouts out from that? Has anyone been waiting for that one? I got 2 go-to meetings that I just put inside of the public chat. One of them's to the webinar coming up on Tuesday. If you're interested in the online reputation management software, it's a big deal. It's really cheap. It is selling a product. It's the purpose of the webinar, but it's cheap. When I sell stuff, it's cheap, and it makes you a lot of money. That's why you want to tune in. I don't sell expensive stuff. I sell really, really cheap stuff that makes you a lot of money. The Ultimate Sales Battle, that doesn't sell anything, of course. The Ultimate Sales Battle is about what? It's about role play. It's about sales. It's about the psychology behind the structure of sales, and it's role play. I'm not telling you what to do. We're going to be role playing. So we're going to go through a sequence in the Ultimate Sales Battle training, which is going to be once a month. I put the link in here in the public chat, and what this is about is listening to me, who's going to be the marketing and design consultant, salesman, trying to close a client. And the client's going to be a huge pain in the butt. They're going to back me in corners. They're going to resist things. They're going to be very, very difficult. They're going to be a bit technical, and they're going to ask all the questions that you dread being asked whenever you're in a sales meeting. And you're going to listen to me and role play, and there will be some humor involved, and it will be and role play format. Again, we're not going to be telling you what to do. We're going to be showing you what to do through role play. And in every single one of these webinar series, which is going to be once a month going forward, they're all already scheduled throughout the rest of the year. You can sign up now. It's free for now. What you can do is whenever you sign up and tune in, what you'll be listening to is a three format. There's three portions to the sales meeting. The first portion is how you handle that phone call when you very, very first get them on the phone. You've got 5 minutes to get them impressed, excited, and willing to sit down in another meeting with you to go over a professional consulting session on what you can handle, what you can give to them in terms of intelligence, because that's what they're getting out of it, intelligence. The second meeting that you have, you've got maximum 30 minutes to get your point across, give them the best consulting that you can possibly give them to get a shot at them being interested in doing services with you. And then the third meeting is closing. And we're going to go through the psychology of that, why it's going to be structured, why you're going to stick to the structure, and why the client's going to respect the structure and want to participate in it. When you're going to be talking about you, when you're going to be talking about them, and when you do the different things that you need to be doing, and how it is that you inform your lead or your client of the structure of what you're going to be following. One of the problems with people in sales meetings is they don't know if they're in an introduction phase, they don't know if they're trying to close them right now, you're not sure if you're just consulting to them, you don't have really clearly defined roles on what they get out of this and what you get out of it, and it's not really structured. And this is going to teach you structure and efficiency in a sales meeting and how to get that client, that lead, to not only look forward to meeting with you, but respecting your time enough to where they say, wow, your time is valuable and you're going to be giving me consulting and I am going to be ready for this next meeting and I'm lucky to be on the phone with you because you're so smart and so intelligent and I would be paying $300 for this consulting session if you didn't believe that you can boom my company. It's going to be good. So yeah, that's the ultimate sales battle. It's role play. We haven't done role play for a really long time, but we've definitely never prepared for role play sales demonstrations like we will on this one. This webinar series is a webinar series. When you sign up for this, it's different from any of our other webinar series. This webinar series, when you sign up for it, is only for role play sales training. Every single webinar in this series once a month is nothing but role play. And every single webinar will be the three different series. The intro, the 5 minutes, make it or break it, the 30 minutes minimum consulting that you've got to be able to give it to them in meeting 2 and what tools and what reports to utilize to do that. At meeting 3, closing it down. And every single role play webinar will have those 3 different components, but it's going to be a different service scenario that you're trying to sell, and it's going to be a different type of a client. And you're going to learn a lot from it. I think that if you do have a sales team, they're going to be entertained by it, and they're going to learn a lot from it because whenever you're being told what to say in different situations, people are telling you what to say. But whenever you're listening to a role play, there's different elements involved, such as the tone of your voice, how you're portraying your confidence, how you say your words, how quickly do you say them, do you pause, do you let them talk for how long, when do you cut them off and take control of the consulting meeting and stop letting them run it, and how do you do that? I mean, you know, half of sales is knowing what to say and the technicalities behind it, and half of it is knowing how to deal with social interaction. Danny, actually, you probably have a lot to say about this, actually, because you guys are salesmen, and you guys really know how to sell, but it's also because you guys understand people and you have very good social skills. But, I mean, have you ever ran into anyone or ever tried to train anyone that they knew the technicalities, they knew the technical components of what they're trying to sell, but they don't have the social skills to sell? Have you ever ran into that before?
Yeah, it's the worst, and it's probably the hardest person to train on how to actually sell.
Which
Because
is kind of a...
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's kind of a catch there because so many people in this industry are technical about web design, and they're technical about online marketing. And in my observation, sometimes those people have the hardest time in the world closing sales. They put together these long, extensive reports. They can talk to web design 24/7, but they can't close sales. Go ahead, Danny.
I say just keep it simple. You know, going back to whether it be a video or whatever, we require our salespeople to know those videos by heart. And they have to respond to objections with things that are actually in those videos. That's trying to keep it simple.
Danny, you told me a story that I'll never forget, and we won't mention any details about it. But you were in a meeting one time, and you were trying to close a really big deal. And I remember you telling me that you put a number down on the table in front of these guys, and it was a really big number, and you got a rather negative adverse reaction, and you dealt with that in a fairly humorous way. Are you able to comment on that? No details involved, but what it takes to be a
I
salesman
can tell you. I
trying
can
to
tell
close. I mean,
you.
it takes some big kahunas. But
You can definitely say that. I mean, you can say what the number was. The number was 1.2 million for the year, and
did everyone hear that? It is a story about Danny closing a 1.2 million a year deal. True story. So
hold
what
on.
happened whenever you told him 1.2 million, Danny?
Oh, you would have thought that Satan himself had walked in the room. So what you have to understand is there's seven owners of this business, and I won't get into what category or anything like that, but all seven owners are sitting there, and all their right hand men are sitting there. So this is me and my business partner sitting in front of about 15 people. They're pretty big people in our local area, and we told them that price. I thought they were gonna shoot us, but I know my business partner I mean, you just got to be able to stand up to it. And, once you break it down to what it really is and the workload, and, I mean, you don't have to get that in depth, but the reality is that particular organization had 34 websites. So you take 34 websites and you divide that by whatever, by 12 months. It's not that much.
Yeah, and more is in your story whenever you told it to me, which is a bit more colorful and involves words that we can't really say on the webinar, but it's pretty much they scream and yell at them for getting really mad for them having the nerve to put down such a big number in front of them, and because of the intelligent social reaction that they had to fire back with the same level of words and reaction back to them, pretty much grilling them and saying, listen, if you're not willing to spend money to grow, then we can't help you. You have to pay a lot of money if you want to make a lot of money, and you're going to have to pay this if you want to get serious. And they came back and fired back with a really powerful attitude on that, and they closed down a $1.2 million deal out of it. Now, if they would have caved, to that reaction of the client shouting back and saying, how dare you put this number in front of us, what do you think, we're crazy? And if they didn't come back with the level of confidence, they would never have been able to close a deal like that. Sometimes it just takes some real strong confidence and knowing how to convey that confidence in a particular manner into which the type of client that's sitting in front of you will accept it. And that could be the difference between $1 million and not to you. Not necessarily what you say, but how you say it. And from my knowing of Danny and his business partner, how they responded to that probably is not in a way that 99.999% of people would have ever have responded. A lot of people probably would have gotten really quiet really quick.
It's a boardroom meeting that you would have never believed.
But you know what that did for you guys and your company was it gave them the confidence that they can do anything and they can close anybody, and they can, and that's the truth of the matter. But that so much of that you'll learn stuff like that in role play meetings that we're going to be putting together in the ultimate sales battle, and that's my goal, because you can't sneak a camera into Danny's meetings. No one else is going to release a videotaping of their meetings, and it's going to take someone with my level of knowledge and someone on the other side of that phone playing client that's really going to be able to grill me in a real life situation so that I can show you how to close $1 million deal, so I can show you how to have the confidence on the phone. And if you'll just listen to these role plays we're going to be doing over and over again, I would hope that you can walk into a sales meeting, repeat a lot of the different phrases you've listened to us say on role play meetings over and over again, and say, all right, I've been in this situation before. This is how Paul handled it. He backed that guy down and put him right in his slot. And you know what? It works over and over and over. It's the same reason why support companies use canned responses, because the same response can work over and over and over again, and it works really well. And I'm sure that, Danny, you guys probably train your sales guys, and you probably have some things that you say that tell them to say over and over again. That's how you respond when you get put in that situation, right?
Absolutely. First and foremost, confidence, confidence, confidence. Second, this is the response for this objection. This is the response for this objection, and that's it. You don't like it? I'm gonna go talk to your competitor, and that's exactly how it works.
What? Whoa, whoa! What did you just say?
You heard me.
Danny said, if you don't like it, I'll go talk to your competitor, and that's how it works. And does anyone know what strategy that actually ties into? There's an entire strategy that someone created behind that, right? Turn one lead into 50, right?
We got that strategy from a really smart
Yeah,
person.
right. Well, that's Danny portrays the attitude behind that whole strategy, which is if you don't like it, I'll go talk to your competitor. That's turn one lead into 50 workflow, right there. Does it work? I don't know. Danny, does that work?
Yes, yes, it does.
It really does. But if you don't have the boldness, if you don't have the training, if you don't know how to talk on the phone, if you don't know how to socialize with people, if you don't have, what it takes to close people down in a sales meeting, it doesn't matter how technical you are, it doesn't matter how much you know, you're not going to close your sales. We're going to bridge that gap on the ultimate sales battle, and it's going to be a really big deal. But I've been talking about ultimate sales battle so much, and I didn't get enough people interested in this whole reputation management marketing, which is a big deal coming up on Tuesday. But I'll be emailing out about that. Software is really important, and you can make a lot of money on software. And Danny even uses reputation monitoring software. It's a core staple to every single company. You should have it. It's a way to get your foot in the door. That's on Tuesday. I put the link in there. Everyone needs to be there. If we say something's worth your money and worth your time to buy it, you need to buy it. And I don't think I've ever sold anything more than like on software that's like more than $200. So other than that, I don't have too much to shout out. Let me do a recap. There's still a lot of people on the line. We'll see. We'll test people's memories on this. If you're buying the media bundle or the reseller website within 24 hours, what's the promo that you're going to get? I need everyone reminded of this. You need it in your head because it's not written down, but the sales consultants know, and it will be going out in the email to you. 30%. Thank you. 24 hours you have to buy either one or both, and it's a 30% discount off of any of the services that are in the dashboard, right? So people are asking for discount codes. No, because it's only in 24 hours. We'll send it to you. We don't need anything else. So yeah, that's only within 24 hours if you purchase it from now or whenever I said it the first time. I don't know, give or take 30 minutes. So that 30% applies to, if it's a monthly marketing service, it only applies to the first month. If it's a one-time service, and the 30% applies to all of it. Okay, just to clarify on that. If you're buying them both together, it's a $50 discount, right? And what's the date when the promotion ends on this before rates go up? Does anyone remember? What's the date? Thank you. February 25th. Don't forget it. So get in there, get it up off the ground. It's as low as it's going to go. Danny, I want to thank you so much for coming on the air. Can everyone give a, and Danny, I hope you have your questions open. Let me double check. Danny, do you have your questions box open? Can you see what people are saying?
I can see it.
Okay. Can everyone give a shout out to Danny and give him a little bit of detail on how has he helped you out? Danny runs a real marketing agency. He doesn't get paid to be on here. He's on his Valentine's Day on the line talking to you. Why? I'm not paying him. I didn't even offer to give him anything for free. So he's on the line to help you with your marketing company, and he's had a lot of success with us, and he actually cares about giving back to the community. So if everyone can give a shout out to Danny and let you know how you appreciate him, that would be wonderful, because it's going to be very rare that I pull on someone that I like to keep in the shadows, because we're white label, and when we don't introduce people to other people. That's how we run, because we're white label. So this will be a rare experience. So give a shout out to Danny. I really appreciate you coming on, Danny, on your Valentine's Day. So Danny, what are you going to do for your beautiful wife on Valentine's Day? I'm sure everyone would like to know about that.
Well, actually, we went out yesterday. We had the kids going yesterday, so we went out to dinner yesterday, and we celebrated a day early because my son turns 13 today. He's a Valentine's baby, so today is his day.
Awesome. That's cool. I didn't know his birthday was on Valentine's Day. That's great.
Yeah,
I need to still take my girlfriend out for Valentine's. Unfortunately, it is already 7 a.m. on the following day after Valentine's, so I guess I'm going to do a Valentine's breakfast for her. I don't know. I'm not as romantic as Danny, but I'll do my best to make up for it. It's preparing for this webinar. There's a lot that I had to get together. Aside from that, next VIP webinar that we're having. I know things sound like they're getting crazy with webinars, but next VIP webinar is when? It's this upcoming Thursday, right? This upcoming Thursday is a really, really, really important webinar, and I hope that Danny's on the webinar as well. What am I going to be talking about this upcoming Thursday? And I'll actually give everyone a link to an example about what I'm going to be talking about, it's a different way of tracking rankings. It's a different way of tracking marketing progress. It's a different psychology behind how you track your progress and how you manage your clients' expectations coming in when you're selling them on traffic services. And, you know, actually, Danny would be a great person to talk about on the subject matter because a lot of signals are coming into SEO that are not just links either. So what have we done? We've changed how we go about link building. Link building is going to be out in the future. Link building is not going to be there anymore. I mean, it will to a certain degree, but not the way that you think it will be. So how you manage your clients' expectations on marketing, how you track marketing progress on everything is going to be changing. This upcoming Thursday, I'm going to be showing everyone our new analytics and tracking program we're going to be releasing. I'm going to be talking about the entire industry on how the entire tracking is being changed, and it's not just from Google, it's from everyone's talking about it. It's not a major shift in how you do what you're doing, but the important thing to you is you have to shift how you track the progress of the results that you're providing to your clients, and I'll be educating everyone on that. It's going to be a really big deal. It's going to be this upcoming Thursday. So I better get going so that I can take my girlfriend to a Valentine's breakfast. So Danny, thanks again for being on. Everyone, thanks again for being on the line, and I'll see the majority of you hopefully this upcoming Tuesday on the Reputation Software launch with David Sprague, and then the following Thursday on the VIP webinar series to train you about a new way to track clients. And then we got the Ultimate Sales Battle coming up on February 26th to show you how to get in there and close down sales. Thanks again, everyone. Take care.